Hey there, before we start talking about salmon fishing in the Yemen, I just wanted to see how many people actually know where Yemen is. Yeah, if you're not entirely sure, I went ahead and provided a map. I just wanted to make sure everyone knows where we're talking about for this movie. It's actually in the Middle East. It's going to be just south of Saudi Arabia, to the west of Oman, and right near Egypt and the Sudan. It's bordered on two sides by water. On the west, you have the Red Sea, and south of it, you have the Arabian Sea. Okay, we got that cleared up. Let's go ahead and start discussing the movie. So, salmon fishing in the Yemen. The premise of this movie is it's a British film. The Prime Minister of Britain in it is looking for some good PR, so he picks up this project from Sheikh Mohammed, who is played by Amir Waked. I might mess up a couple names throughout this, so just bear with me. The Sheikh has a hobby of fly fishing, and he wants to bring salmon into Yemen so he can fly fish them. They bring in Dr. Alfred Jones, who is a British fisheries expert is in fly fishing and salmon. He's given an aide who is Harriet, played by Emily Blunt. Both Ewan McGregor and Emily Blunt do a really nice job playing their roles in this movie. They are tasked with trying to figure out how to bring salmon, which are usually in a cold environment, used to lots of water, all the elements that you're not going to find in Yemen. They are given the task, and basically the Sheikh's unending supply of money to put together this operation to figure out how to get salmon into Yemen. They have to figure out how are they going to get them, how are they going to get all the salmon, how to get the water flow right, the temperatures, all that stuff. The movie, actually, when I first heard the name Salmon Fishing in the Yemen, I thought, oh, this is going to be artsy, this is going to be dramatic, this is going to be, one of those movies that basically is its title. It's actually a nice, really good feel good movie, and it's a quite a bit of comedy. It's actually it was nominated for 3 Golden Globes this year in the musical or comedy category, and that was for Best Motion Picture, Best Performance by an Actor in a Musical or Comedy, Ewan McGregor, and Best Performance by an Actress in a Musical or Comedy, Emily Blunt. It's directed by, I'm going to mess this up, Lasse Hallstrom. You might know the name. He's done quite a bit of stuff. He's done the last couple Nicholas Sparks movies. He's got upcoming is Safe Haven. He's done Dear John. He's also directed Casanova, Chocolat, The Cedar House Rules, and probably his most notable is What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Um, so while they're trying to do this whole plan, they're trying to bring all these elements together to help the Sheik out. Well, the Sheik's actually got his own problems. He's got a group in his country that's offended that he's doing this. He's altering the landscape. He's building dams. He's altering the flow of their water to do this. Everyone thinks he's just doing this for personal gain, that he just wants to do this out for sport. But what you learn is the Sheik's actually trying to do this to better his people and his land. But you have those that are offended by what he's doing, and they're basically out to sabotage the project. At the same time, in Britain, you have those opposing it in Britain who are the environmentalists who say, you're going to screw up the environment, you're going to mess up the fish. And then you have the fishermen who are also saying, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You can't bring fish into a desert environment. Overall, though, it was a really nice movie. Like I said, it is a good feel-good movie. You have everyone working together for a greater cause. And then you also have the romantic side of it. You have Ewan McGregor as Dr. Jones, who is working in Yemen with Emily Blunt's Harriet, and the two of them naturally they connect. You can see that coming from a mile away that the two of them are going to connect. and it's them coming together and trying to see what happens between the two of them in the end, and putting everything together. But overall, it was a really nice movie. I have to admit, I was a lot better than I was expecting it to be. So if you're looking for a nice family movie, this was definitely a good family movie. There's definitely a good moral to this story that you can talk about with your kids. Plausibility and actual, it's probably, you're probably going to find 50 dozen plot holes in it, or ways that this project could never actually happen. But it's a good movie. I would definitely recommend checking it out if you're looking for something and your Netflix queue starting to run low, or you're digging around and you find this movie on sale. I definitely pick it up, give it a try. Until next time, go ahead and keep it real.